The quiet whisper of the carpet on the threshold of the bedroom hides my steps. The idea is to open your heart to him and share what name came to mind for our future baby. If a son is born, I dream of giving him a name. But what are these sounds? The bedroom is semi-open. One step, one more, carefully. And I pricked up my ears. There's someone screaming or moaning. The long wait has tired me, comes the capricious tone. You promised to take me out of pain and make me my soulmate. She's pale as moonlight. She doesn't deserve you. And now she is expecting a child again. Not only did she give birth to 2 of you into the world, but she also wanders around, taking care of them in her refuge. How do you cope with her bed after such wanderings? It probably smacks of absurdity and squalor, a reflection of their pitifulness, unattractiveness. This is Vivien Swift, the lady in the sparkly robe whom my husband despises. What is she looking for here? Who is he talking to? How does he know about my pregnancy? Nobody knows except my husband. Against my will, the understanding of her presence comes, the understanding of who she is whispering to, although I drive away the obvious from myself, so that my heart does not stop from pain right now. I catch the air in small bursts. It's almost possible. It's dark in my eyes, and my head is spinning, as if I'm about to fall. Hugging my stomach, which is bursting with acute pain, I pray not to fall here, so as not to lose my sense of reality. This can't be my Edgar, can it? My heart beats like the drum of fate. My hand searches for the coolness of the doorknob. I'm about to open it to make sure. But the next thing I hear is like a lightning strike, knocking me off my feet, and I fall to my knees. One more test, my precious, and I will become a formidable dragon. The husband's voice is viscous and deep. I cover my mouth to keep from screaming. What if she too can overcome the trials and turn into silver? Maribel is too fragile. She won't stand it, and our brand will fade. But why did you have to take her again? Your seed is wasted. She shouldn't have to guess about anything until the time is right. We were bound by heavenly law even before you revealed yourself to me. Her family, they would have disturbed us. Therefore, you will have to share a bed with her. The homely children she gives are only needed for the time being to occupy her. The true heirs are ours. They will become golden children. Your worry is in vain. Everything is under control, almost ready. Yes, let it continue. I will give you golden offspring, my luxurious dragon. Don't stop. You can hear splashes of kisses, sweet exclamations, abrupt, in time with the movements. My lips are bleeding. I don't scream. I endure it, emitting only a quiet groan. My noble dragon, my beacon in the darkness, the father of my beautiful children, my support, betrayed me. Having collected myself, I decide to look through the slightly open crack, seeing the silhouette of my husband and the golden claws of the dragon pierced into his shoulders. And you know, Edgar, I would prefer that these children were not a hindrance to us, Vivien enthuses. I'll be glad if you resolve the issue with them when it's all over with her. As soon as reincarnation falls, I will be free of them. They won't do me any good. I will not leave behind useless silver. Its weak connection diminishes them even as part of my heritage. I adore you, Edgar. I shake when your hands touch me like that. Again, the noise of kissing, piercing moans. I tremble, holding back the scream bubbling inside. Maribel will be back soon. Edgar interrupts the pause a few moments later. It's time for you to hide. Otherwise there will be a storm and a scandal. Vivien laughed. How about I hide behind the curtain and watch you talk to her? And after she leaves, shall we continue? Today is the day when we united our destinies, Vivien. I must make sure that she does not suspect anything prematurely. My image is more inviolable. Edgar's voice is thick like fog. How boring you are, Edgar. We could have some fun, she mocks. We'll have some fun once his lights go out. When I become a dragon made of pure gold, we will subjugate the whole world. Edgar seems to paint a picture of the future. Edgar, I can't wait. And you cannot imagine what it means to be deprived of the opportunity to share the heavenly feast with someone like you. There's very little air left, literally, Vivien. But what are you going to do with her? The whisper is barely perceptible. Yes, Vivien drawls sweetly and ironically. The kiss is loud. Footsteps approach the door, but I remain motionless. The door opens and touches my foot. They leave, out of sight. I hide behind the canopy of the canvas. They pass by and I see. Streams of silent tears obscure the view of his silhouette. A familiar outline, my Edgar. He reaches out to Vivien and touches her gently. Run, his voice soothes. You shouldn't catch her eye. They exchange kisses, his fingers intertwining in her hair. You're so sweet, Vivien. Do you want passion in the night? Vivien whispers. I will land with you. Take me to the roof where your pregnant companion lies. How do you like this game? She presses herself against him, wrapping her arms around him, and I hear him exhale heavily. No, Vivien. Edgar is as hard as granite. The passion in her kiss, the cursed and distant spirit repels her. Don't you dare wash me away, Edgar. When she kisses you, let her feel me between them. Let him lose his mind without knowing why. My word to you. Now disappear. Vivien turns, her hair shining in curls of gold, and she walks away with a stately gait. Edgar returns to the room without haste. Tears flow down my cheeks. I stand. A suffocating sigh squeezes me. The inner flame in the throat is suffocated. What did he say about children? About our children? And who is he talking to? To Vivien. Does he want to get rid of us and become a golden dragon? He never opened up to me. He's always angry at the golden wings, they lose their souls, he said. Edgar, what's wrong with you? Why is this? I cover my face with my hands, trembling, trying to curb my mind, which these words are knocking like a storm on my soul. Thoughts, particles are spinning. In a panic, I am looking for support, falling into the abyss of indifference. It could have broken me. All this is impossible. This is all a nightmare. You need to leave or your face will be revealed. I turn around, stagger, looking for a way out. The world around me is shrouded in darkness. It wants to make me stumble and fall to the ground. I cling to the wall to get up. Suddenly, the door clicks loudly behind me, and Edgar's voice pours into my heart. Maribel, there you are. I've been waiting a long time. What do you think? As if through her, his words sway warmly, eternal recognition in them, as he always speaks to me. 10 minutes before. Oh, Maribel, how nice to see you. You always personify grace. My father-in-law, Prince Leonard, a stately silver dragon, greets me with a honey timbre. He gently kisses my hand, his custom when meeting me. I feel his fingers holding my hand a split second longer than usual. I endure it. Your Highness, I'm glad to see you. I didn't expect to meet you here at the service, I say, respectfully freeing my hand. No, I came about my business. How was your day in this shelter? Don't the kids play around there? They're just children, I answer, smiling, not succumbing to the word sanctuary. They're having fun like young tigresses. However, it is unclear why you, Maribel, personally take care of children from the lower classes. He restrainedly compresses his lips, shakes his head. Of course, I'm not against this, but there are others, simply put, for such matters. I am humble enough for such concerns, Your Highness, I say with a smile, trying to hide the pain that his words cause. And Edgar is sure that this suits me. Otherwise, who will do it? You are still a dragon, albeit a copper one, Maribel. Some, may consider this vulgar, unworthy. And some are like gold, like Vivien? Even if so, he replies, her word is significant in society. After all, golden dragons are few and far between. Prince Leonard is an aristocrat to the core. He doesn't understand how I can choose to help in the refuge, instead of being a slacker, taking in the gossip of other princes' wives. I know what they whisper about when Vivien is not around, and I am sure they whisper about me when she is present. Let the dragon god lead them, in fact. Only Edgar's support and my happiness. I'll stop by soon to see my grandchildren. Are they already asking about Grandpa? Oh, they never stop remembering you, I reply. Yes, I'll be there soon, he says. What brings you here? Edgar called unexpectedly. I had to hurry. I smile. My light curls are reflected in the mirror, a rarity for us coppers. I straighten my dress. My belly is almost invisible. There has been no news about a third child yet. Say hello to Musan. Prince Leonard puts on his hat. Necessarily. Your Highness, goodbye. I see. His eyes are shining. His wrinkled face is filled with thought. Goodbye, Maribel. He nodded easily. See you right away. I walk up the steps. Meeting my husband is exciting, and I have a premonition of what he's up to, given the 5-year anniversary of our acquaintance. Edgar must have come up with something special. I hide my smile behind the seriousness of the ministry staff when introducing myself here on important issues. An empty but luxurious corridor leads to her husband's office, where he carries out important government tasks. Now, Maribel, you're finally here. Why are you standing? He usually talks to me like this, warmly, sincerely. I shuddered like a wounded bird from his voice, full of tenderness, and tears inexorably took their toll. Tears? No, they are not for him. I have to shake off the pain, hide that I heard and saw everything. My steps are uncertain. I wipe away my tears with the movements of my handkerchief. Darling. Edgar's voice is filled with anxiety. He comes up to me. Are you crying? What's happened? Who hurt you? Are there problems with the shelter? Have your sons faced any difficulties? I turn to him. His courageous facial features are the secret of my love. Silver hair is pulled back into a ponytail, and I absently notice that a strand has come free. The twins are fine, but they are waiting for me. I need to leave, Edgar, I say breathlessly, breathing evenly. Recent memories? Words definitely hurt my heart like cannonballs. I freeze, thinking about breaking out of his safe embrace. Wait, Maribel. Until you say so, you won't leave, he says. I won't let you in? And you were talking about disappearing, or what? I don't care, my voice trembles. He touches my face and wipes away a tear. The mark on me burns at his touch. These arms hugged her tenderly, Vivien. What is he thinking about now? How will I let my offspring go? What will they do to me? What was he whispering to her? What will he do to me? Let's go. He pulls me into the office. I see a woman's hairpin under the table. Gold. Vivien probably dropped it and didn't notice. I have to give this to her. What's on my mind? The mind is confused by thoughts. Memory is almost lost. Edgar invites me to sit down and offers me some water. I broke the glass with my teeth, but drank it all. Tell me what's bothering you. I'll fix it, I swear. He takes my hand and sits next. The smell of her. He promised not to wash it away. I inhale and exhale sharply. What? He asks, his voice radiating concern. Why do you look like that? I stand up, moving away from his touch, feeling the searing pain of an invisible wound. Edgar, I really feel bad. I must be alone, I say softly, trying to gain victory over my confusion, over this kaleidoscope of pain and betrayal that is a whirlwind in my soul. His look is a mixture of concern and bewilderment. Maribel. His voice drags on a whole host of questions. His concern seems like an impenetrable wall. You know, you can tell me everything. My eyes are formed, not finding the strength to confess to him my despair, my broken dreams. Thank you, Edgar. Forgive me, please. I'll be back later, I whisper barely audibly, and move away from his hands, striving for the door, to the only path of salvation, to my hidden freedom. He is silent, but my name from his lips is the last chord before the door, which closes behind me, cutting me off from his world. Left alone in the corridor, I consider myself lost among the sidelong glances and furtive whispers of past events. The deep conclusion is a last-ditch effort to keep the tears from giving up. Now I need to be independent, for my sake and my children's sake. I need to find a way, to a refuge where I will find solace in the open arms of innocence and love, not colored by passion and conspiracy. Step by step, making fragile glass, I follow the exit, preparing for reality with reality. Life, which changes its contours with the cardinal moves of fate. Each step towards the exit echoes along the empty corridor, like a farewell to the past. I look back one last time, but the door to Edgar's office remains impenetrable, a mystery I no longer want to solve. I approach the exit, the door opens, and I leave the building, onto the street, where the air is fresh and clean. Far from conspiracies and secrets, I direct my steps home, where my children are my true refuge. At the same time, I think about plans for the future, with children's voices in my ears. I feel my broken heart becoming stronger again, ready to become strong again for a new path in life. When I thought about my children, my face lit up. They are my stars, my hope and my joy. Now the house is visible, a place where true love and sincerity reigns, where I am always needed and loved. This threshold, leading into the warmth of our rooms, will be the boundary between the chaos of my outside world and the comfort of my personal space. Having crossed it, I leave all the pain and betrayal at the door to begin the title chapter of my story. The chapter about a mother who protects her beloved babies and builds a better world for them, created from strong walls and endless love. And let it all begin without weaving intrigues of dukes and dragons, but with a pure heart and boundless hope for a bright future. After closing the door, I look back at the children and smile. Mom is home.